Welcome to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources Calabarzon, headed by Regional Executive Director Nilo B. Tamoria and assisted by two Assistant Regional Directors, namely ARD for Technical Services, Alfredo C. Palencia, and ARD for Management Services, Ronita A. Unlayang. The Regional Office coordinates and directs the implementation of all policies, regulations, plans, programs, and projects on environment and natural resources, its development and conservation in the region, all in congruence with the 10 priority programs of the department, which are clean water, clean air, solid waste management, enhanced national greening program, intensified forest protection and anti-illegal logging, geohazards, groundwater assessment and responsible mining, enhanced biodiversity conservation, scaling up the coastal and marine ecosystem program, improved land administration and management, and Manila Bay cleanup. It also supervises all activities of the Provincial Environment and Natural Resource Offices within its jurisdiction, as well as monitors all foreign assisted and special programs and projects in the region. It represents the department in regional administrative bodies in the preparation and formulation of regional plans and programs, and performs such other functions that may be assigned by higher authority. The Assistant Regional Director for Technical Services supervises day-to-day operations of the 4 technical divisions under his jurisdiction, namely Conservation and Development Division, Surveys and Mapping Division, Licenses, Patents and Deeds Division, and Enforcement Division. The Conservation and Development Division, headed by Forester Ramil J. Gutierrez, supervises the conservation, protection, and development activities related to land administration and management, biodiversity conservation, coastal and marine resources management, and forest resources management and conservation. It monitors and evaluates all activities related to implementation of policies, rules and regulations for the sound management and disposition of all alienable lands, patrimonial and insular government properties, foreshore areas and other lands not placed under the control of any other agencies, and for ecotourism, wetlands, conservation of biological diversities, genetic resources, and threatened flora and fauna. It also supervises all the ecosystem development efforts of the department with all stakeholders, civil society organizations, and local government units. The Surveys and Mapping Division, headed by Engineer Edgar S. Baraca, performs overall supervision of activities involving land surveys, mapping and classification. It monitors and verifies cadastral, public land subdivisions, and other extensive survey mapping projects, original and isolated surveys, monitors and evaluates all activities relative to enforcement of policies, rules, and regulation for the sound management and disposition of all alienable and disposable public lands and other lands in the region not placed under the control of any other agency. It formulates and develops and maintains electronic systems of land records management, including appropriate procedures consistent with prescribed rules and regulations regarding its classification, disclosure and access, reproduction, and printing. The Licenses, Patents and Deeds Division, headed by Engineer Olivia Chipejo, supervises the issuance of new licenses, permits, and land patents. It performs implementation gap analysis and formulates appropriate solutions. It processes and evaluates applications for all the permits, licenses, agreements, contracts, and other concerns. It evaluates and recommends existing policies to improve licensing and permitting activities. It drafts proclamations for approval of the President upon recommendation of the Secretary. It also initiates and recommends administrative and legal action against violations of forestry rules and regulations. The Enforcement Division, headed by Forester Oliver P. Viado, oversees law enforcement activities within forest lands, protected areas, coastal areas, and other reservations. It monitors the implementation of all DENR laws, its rules and regulations. It conducts surveillance of potential violators of government regulatory requirements. It coordinates with existing task forces and other units of the regional office and other law enforcement agencies. The ARD for Management Services supervises the activities of 4 divisions, namely Planning and Management Division, Finance Division, Legal Division, and Administrative Division. The Planning and Management Division, headed by Forester Maylene M. Bicolea Lavinia, directs the formulation of ENR regional development plans and policies, guided by the philosophy and mandate of the department. The Finance Division, headed by Mabel C. Gasparino, processes and reviews all financial transactions prior to approval of the Regional Executive Director. It supervises cashiering activities of the regional office. It also recommends the approval of payment of collection of government fees. The Legal Division, headed by Attorney Dominic O. Bermudez, supervises the legal operations of the region. It reviews agreements and contracts involving natural resources in the environment prior to the approval of the Regional Executive Director. It appears and acts as counsel of the region. It also investigates, hears, and recommends decisions and orders on the regional ENR cases. The Administrative Division, headed by Anita T. Rosero, provides assistance and services on the promulgation of office orders, rules and regulations related to economic, efficient, and effective administrative services. It establishes policies and standards, including human resource management and development, general services, communications, logistics, property, safe records management and documentation. It also maintains regional assets and facilities. The Manila Bay Site Coordinating Management Office 4, headed by Forester Cynthia N. Rosaldo, coordinates with the other 12 government agencies directed to clean up, rehabilitate, and preserve Manila Bay and restore, maintain its waters to Class SP to make them fit for swimming, skin diving, and other forms of contact recreation. It also coordinates with the Mandamos agencies to fully implement the operational plan for the Manila Bay Coastal Strategy. It also coordinates with other partner agencies like LGUs and private sectors to support the plans and projects under the Manila Bay Rehabilitation Program. The National Greening Program, headed by Hermenildo Siocson, aims to contribute in reducing poverty among upland and lowland poor households, indigenous peoples, and in coastal and urban areas. Implement sustainable management of natural resources through resource conservation, protection, and productivity enhancement. Provide food, goods and services such as timber, fiber, non-timber forest products, aesthetic values, air enhancement values, water regulation values, and mitigate climate change by expanding forest cover that serve as carbon sink. Promote public awareness as well as instill social and environmental consciousness on the value of forests and watersheds. Enhance the formation of positive values among the youth and other partners through shared responsibilities in sustainable management of tree plantations and forest resources, and consolidate and harmonize all greening efforts of the government, civil society, and the private sector. The Regional Strategic Communication and Initiatives Group, headed by Anne Hazel D. Javier, shall be in line with the function of the Strategic Communication and Initiatives Service, which is to engage in strategic communication and partnership building through public information and media relations, communication for behavioral and social change, partnership and alliance building, issues and conflict management, and stakeholders management and community relations. The RSCIG aims to harmonize all communication efforts of the DENR. It ensures that programs, projects, and activities of the department are disseminated to its internal and external stakeholders nationwide. All the divisions perform such other functions that may be assigned by a higher authority.